What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've been MIA for a while. As y'all know, we're pretty much peak week right now. Hopefully the lighting's good enough in here. We step on stage on Friday. We weigh in Thursday. So we're about to head to Chattanooga and just explore, check it out, sightsee a little bit. But we started introducing carbs today. We did a depletion week, a lot harder than last time for body muscle. I think the most we depleted was maybe 3 days. I think we went 5 days this time. Just to put you guys in perspective, when we started carbing up, I was 193 or so. I think it was Thursday or Wednesday when we started. We did a 2-day carb up where we started introducing carbs. Not a lot, just enough to start filling out. And then obviously Friday we did the majority of the carbs because we needed to make weight, so because we're so close to our weight cap. So that plus water, because we don't really cut water. We had to monitor every meal, every ounce of water we took in. So we actually weighed in today at the lowest I've ever been in a long time. Was 191, so that's almost 2 pounds difference, pretty much. It took the 5 days of basically no carbs, just pre, post, a little bit here with another meal. But I mean, for somebody like me, it's basically it equates to no carbs. So my weight cap's 197 still for nationals. We're definitely tighter. We're harder than we were. Very confidence level is super high. I mean, it's my first national show, but you kind of have to put yourself in a mindset that you're gonna win, and you just gotta believe in yourself. There's a lot of good athletes going out there. I've been kind of creeping on Junior Nats Instagram and seeing who they tag and whatnot. It's gonna be stacked, man. Classic Physique's looking ridiculous, from Class A to Class B to Class C. Even some of the other classes, men's physique and bodybuilding. There's some stout individuals showing up. So I'm looking forward to the show, regardless of what happens. I know I did my best. I know I put everything I had in me to get ready for the show. I know Chase, he did everything he could, possibly. It's just gonna be a matter of, what the judges are looking for. I know I'm gonna be the most conditioned guy there, hands down. Not being cocky, but I know no one's gonna be able to fuck with me as far as conditioning goes. I'm gonna be dry and hard as concrete. So that's kind of our ace in the hole, ace card. Just kind of come in super conditioned and peeled, and hopefully that favors in my advantage to overshadow any other flaws. My back needs a little bit be thicker and more lat development. My waist, I do have a little bit of umbilical hernia that I do need to get fixed at some point. It doesn't bother me, but it's kind of makes my lower abdomen kind of extend a little bit, especially when I have a lot of food in me. So stomach control, that's going to be a key factor in getting shit done this weekend. But anyways, I just kind of want to give you guys an update. I'm still packing. I did all the shopping. I got everything I need for the show. I'm just kind of getting the place cleaned up a little bit. It's still a little bit messy, but just it's a 6-hour drive. So by the time I come back Saturday, I want to just come in, unpack, and rest up because I do have to work Sunday for Father's Day. Unfortunately, it's part of the requirement of my job and the position I'm in. I've had 2 meals in so far. I get a third one in before I go work out. That way I can try and push enough nutrients into the muscle. Again, the workouts are pretty quick, easy. I posted on my story the other day. Thank God for pin loading machines. Man, I'm not doing any free weights right now, quite frankly. I mean, if I do, it's like super low weight, just to get warmed up, or like superset. You really don't want to like overstress the muscle or the body. It's just basically going in, moving some nutrients around, moving the little bit of carbs that you do have into the muscle, and you don't want to create any soreness. I got my last dip tissue massage on Thursday. I just went and got chiropractic work, and she helped me with a lot of stretching and mobility work. Painful, but felt amazing afterwards. Been tanning, so I got a little bit of a pre-coat of tan going. So today was the last day of that. Did fasted cardio this morning. I only did like 45 minutes. We cut post-workout cardio. Excuse me. Like I said, trying to like minimize any stress on the body, to like eliminate holding water and stuff like that. Only thing different we're doing this time is like from the previous prep, I told them I don't want to do any oats or anything like with gluten and stuff like that as far as carbon up. So we're just doing cream of rice, baby rice, rice cakes, stuff like that. We might do potatoes, but I doubt it. I think we're just gonna stick to all the rice, different forms. But yeah, man, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's followed me in this journey. It's been amazing. Thank you, Nancy, at Keeping It Real Meal Prep. James Jones, Stephanie Mathern, Mook, Jace Lopez, NPC Louisiana, NPCI ABB Pro Louisiana, Bodybuilder Without Borders. I mean, you name it. There's a lot of people that just kind of like have supported me this whole journey. Kevin, Chad, my coach, just a lot of other, friendships that just kind of like, send me constant messages on Instagram and, keep going, you're looking good, you're going to win your pro card. I hope that's the case, guys. Honestly, it's funny because I bought this bag. This is, by the way, by Wolfpack. I bought this bag because it was the meal prep container bag, which I actually don't even use it for meal prep because somehow I don't know how to work it because my containers are so big that it's pointless. So, but I bought this bag because it was the Olympia edition, and I like the red and black color. But when I bought it, it actually came with an IFBB Pro Velcro attachment. It's somewhere in here. I don't know. I misplaced it during the move, and I thought that was kind of like, nostalgic as far as because like when I first started the prep, I told myself I'm gonna go to nationals. I'm gonna fight for that pro card, and then I ordered this bag, and it came with an IFBB Pro Velcro badge. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know it came with it. I just thought it was like the Olympia Series bag. So obviously I got my NPC competitor. So hopefully we can say goodbye to that one after Friday, and dig out the ibuprofen one and rock it, man. But anyways, behind me I have this whiteboard that has off season, progression season. So biggest issue that people do is after a show, obviously you've been restricted for so long, so you go in an off season with no plan. Especially if you don't have a coach or if you don't use a coach in the off season. I don't really use Chase as far as like my off season. I mean, we stay in touch obviously because we're friends. So I'll send him progress pics and see here or there. But basically, what I do is whatever plan he gives me during prep is what I use for my off season. That's kind of what I did last year. I think my off season was maybe like 7 months tops, which by the way, that's not even a long off season for people that go into off season for like, oh, I'm gonna do an off season, and then like a couple months later, they're competing. That's not an off season. You're not gonna put enough tissue on or give your body enough rest to really make any progress. But I mean, genetics play a big role. But that was the longest off season that I've had, where I really stay consistent with my meals, as far as like 6 meals a day, bodybuilding food, not going off plan. I think I had maybe I could probably count with my hand how many times I ate out off plan. Just because I get enough calories from my foods here, and sometimes squeezing in a cheat meal and stuff like that, I try to squeeze it in as my meal six. That way it doesn't affect my appetite. Because if I do it like post workout or something like that, it just messes my appetite throughout the day. So tip for you guys, pro tip, whatever you want to call it. If you want to have a cheat meal, try and squeeze it in at the end of the night. That way, like, that's your last meal. It could be like whether it's your sixth meal or it could be substitution for meal 5 and 6 if you really want to eat like an asshole. And that way you still get your calories for the day. Every like last off season, I did the same thing. I put everything on a whiteboard. So I have a low day, a moderate day, and a high day. So moderate and high day pretty much going to be basically the same, with a couple things here or there. Like my meal six might consist of my protein source, my carbs, and then maybe I'll decide to have like a cheat dessert or something like that, some cookies or ice cream or whatever, or I might replace my 6 meal with like a off-plan meal like a burger and fries, and sushi and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're gonna be roughly about the same. I might have like those super high saturation days, like Chase likes to call them, where it's like a big difference in spike. And then on my low days is gonna be my rest day, which they're still pretty high, and then on the days where I'm like not like super active, or like where I'm like just maybe training arms, or it's like a weaker body part, like maybe like a shoulder day where I don't my shoulders are pretty well developed. So like my moderate high days are gonna be my leg days, my back days, basically. Things I want to emphasize on getting improved this off season. So just to give you an idea, as far as like the meals is concerned, like, and the thing is, like, I wrote it down, but like I'm gonna play around with it depending on the day it is, especially with work and stuff like that. But it's basically for low day. As far as protein is concerned, we're looking at about 421 grams of protein. Probably a little bit less because, like, the macro calculator counts like the protein in rice and all the bullshit that I don't really account for. Carbs is 431 grams of carbs, and then fat's going to be 80. I don't go over 100 grams of carbs. I really don't do a lot of fats, even in my contest season. So, oh. And then for my moderate slash high day protein, you're looking at 348 grams of protein. Obviously, on your high days, you want to lower the protein because you're trying to get as much, mainly most carbs, and it just kind of helps with not over stressing your organs with digesting all the protein and stuff like that. And you want to use like fast acting carbs too. Carbs are going to be 872 grams of carbs for a moderate day. So your high day, I'm probably going to be looking at maybe, and I might track it because you don't want to like gain too much weight too fast. You want to let your body adjust. Um, but this is kind of what I'm going to start off, and if I feel like I'm gaining weight too fast, or depending on my body composition, I'm gonna lower it. Obviously, I'm gonna keep cardio in just a little bit, just to help move all these nutrients. Um, but carbs gonna be 872 to start off. Fat's gonna be 60 grams. Might lower that a little bit to maybe like 40 grams fat, and so for a total of 5,446 calories for the day. Like I said, I might lower that a little bit, so I might bring it to maybe like around 5,000 calories or so. Um, if if that, maybe a little bit less. But on my high days, we're probably gonna be trying to push, you know, carbs to be on my super high days. Probably carbs are gonna go up to like maybe like 1,200 or so, maybe even more. You know, again, trying to lower the fat content, and then calories. I think my last off season, my super high days, I was pushing about like 8,000 calories on some days. It just varied. So yeah, so that's kind of how I structure my off season. Obviously, I got a blank space over here, so I'm gonna start my starting weight or where I'm at. Um, and then I'm gonna track it every week. You know, week 1, week 2, week 3, and you want to have like small little jumps of weight. You don't want to have like big increments of pounds, because like so some people are like, oh man, I put on 20 pounds in the off season. Like how fast, how long did you hold those 20 pounds to? That's another thing. Like I say, like an off season is not really an off season unless you really take some decent amount of time off. Because like let's say you gain, you go from like 200 pounds to 230 pounds. Well, how long did you hold that 230 pounds? You gotta like retain that, you know, in a comfortable, decent body fat percentage and body composition for a long period of time for that muscle to really like stick. Um, and yeah, so as far as like protein sources goes, egg whites, whole egg, sirloin from Keeping It Real Meal Prep, Felipe Tan. Check out, I do everything by the pound. Chicken, cod. I'm gonna keep cod in because I do love the taste of cod. It kind of has like a little sweet taste. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Tuna, salmon. Um, you know, I'm starting to add like fruits like pineapple, banana, honey, almond butter. On my high moderate days, what I'll do is like my meal 4 is normally my pre-workout meal, which that'll be like my work, the days that I work, because it's normally when I'm kind of getting off work. So I'll eat an hour right before I get off. 400 grams of rice, 100 grams of banana, like 6 ounces of cod, 25 grams of honey, and 2 tablespoons of almond butter for a little bit of fat, so like it slows the digestion down a little bit. And then I'm gonna eat that, wait about 30-40 minutes or so, let it kind of digest, and then my intra workout, which I'm gonna do Either I'm gonna do like one scoop of like any carb powder from any supplement company that y'all prefer, or like cluster district basically. So there's normally one scoop is 25 grams. So I might either do two scoops of that, or I'm gonna do one scoop and then the other half of Gatorade. So normally it's about 25 grams of carbs in the Gatorade bottle. Mix that in with my EAs, glutamine, creatine, and I'm gonna sip throughout the workout through that. But prior to getting to the gym, on the way to the gym, I'm gonna consume 2 Rice Krispie treats, which that'll give me a little bit of sugar and extra carbs and stuff like that. And then just depending on how my off season goes, I might start introducing like a post workout shake of like maybe a scoop of iso with like 25 grams of carbs from cluster dextrin, or maybe like 25 grams of whey plus 1 Rice Krispie treat. That way, by the time I get home, get settled and stuff like that, I can cook my meal, not feel rushed to cook my meal, and I still have some foods and stuff like that. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to go over this. This is kind of something I do that keeps me on track. The heaviest I got last off season was 245, and I mean I wasn't really sloppy. I still had abs. Thankfully for this, and keeping the real meal prep for the great food they offer and quality protein, and just staying consistent, man. Some people like say, "Oh man, I've been dieting." That's fine to enjoy yourself, but just be aware of the repercussions of like enjoying yourself too much. A lot of people deal with like post-show depression, body image dysmorphia. I've been there. My first show, I had 2 burgers, 2 shakes, Rice Krispie treats, all kinds of sugar for like not even 2 days. I think I gained like 35 pounds. It was horrible. I was painful. I thought I had to go to the hospital. Nothing fit right. So you hate yourself. You're like, man, I just let myself go. So I just suggest trying to like enjoy yourself the night of, the next day. But try and go back on plan on Monday. Slowly reverse diet. Keep your cardio in. Use the sauna, because regardless, even if you don't cheat the day of and the next day that bad, you're still gonna gain like 5-10 pounds, 15 easy. And I mean, mostly it's water weight, so like the sauna and a little bit of cardio here or there, you can get it off in about a week. So, but anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is a little bit of a life update at 4 days out. Please comment, like, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. Again, keeping it real, meal preps. Appreciate all the help. Felipe thing at checkout. And next video I record will be some footage from Chattanooga. So, and that'll be it, man. The end of a series or prep series or whatever. I'm gonna definitely do more videos in the off season with training. Just tips, tricks like this. Any cooking videos. Q&As, full days of eating, cheat meals and stuff like that, and just keep it a little bit more interesting as I'll have the energy levels. So I really haven't had the energy to do any of this the last couple of days. I've just been trying to rest, get my place in order, and get ready for this important event. So thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see y'all in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Junior Nat.
I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine.